soft piano and upright bass. The city's fallen asleep, only the stars are awake. The traffic lights keep changing colors. The night has folded up its worries and left a little room to move. The shadows stretch across the floorboards. Moonlight drifts for urgent now. No voice is calling, no place to be. Just this moment, breathing easily. I'm slow dancing with the silence, turning gently through the night. No music but the rhythm of my own heart keeping time. And every step feels lighter than the one before somehow. I'm slow dancing with the silence, and it feels beautiful now. The stars are scattered on the rooftop like little notes across the sky. The world is finally speaking softly in a language I can find. The thoughts that chase me through the evening don't seem so heavy anymore. They drift away like distant echoes beyond an unseen shore. No need for answers, no need to run. The night is enough just as it comes. I'm slow dancing with the silence, turning gently through the night. No music but the rhythm of my own heart keeping time. And every step feels lighter than the one before somehow. I'm slow dancing with the silence, and it feels beautiful now. Maybe peace was never waiting somewhere far beyond the road. Maybe it was always hidden in the spaces in between, in the pause after the laughter, in the calm after the rain, in the stillness of this midnight where nothing asks for change. I'm slow dancing with the silence beneath a silver painted sky. No audience, no expectations, just this quiet state of mind. And when the morning finally finds me, I'll remember how it felt to be held by the silence and be myself. The stars are fading slowly. The night is smiling now. The city's wearing quiet colors, blue and silver in the dark. Every window holds a story. Every rooftop holds a spark. The air is cool and slow around me, like the world has lost its haste. And for once I'm not looking forward or behind me yesterday. The night keeps unfolding, one gentle page at a time. The stars stayed a while tonight, just hanging over the town, like they had nowhere else to be and didn't want to leave now. They shimmered above the silence like little notes in the sky. The stars stayed a while tonight, and so did I. The moonlight spills across the pavement, drawing rivers made of gold, the things that seem so overwhelming don't seem impossible anymore. A distant train hums through the darkness, then disappears into the blue, leaving only quiet echoes and a softer point of view. Maybe peace arrives when we're no longer searching. The stars stayed a while tonight, just hanging over the town, like they had nowhere else to be and didn't want to leave now. They shimmered above the silence like little notes in the sky. The stars stayed a while tonight, and so did I. The stars are still above. The night is still enough. Stay a little longer. Stay a while. Kaffir Snornai. A faint light slips between the blinds, like a secret the night can't hide. The room is still wrapped up in blue, but something golden's breaking through. The piano lingers on a chord that filmed before, like it knows the dark is nearly done and mournlessly begun. No one notices it yet, except the band and me. There's a dawn behind the curtain, waiting patiently for its turn. Soft as a whisper, warm as a flame. There's a dawn behind the curtain. There's a dawn behind the curtain, and though no, it won't stay the same for long. The bass walks slow beneath the tune, like it's escorting out the moon. The drummer paints with gentle hands, brushing silver across the band. A saxophone bends one final phrase toward the edge of yesterday, like perfume from a fading bloom, maybe before we even know its name. There's a dawn behind the curtain, waiting patiently for its turn. Soft as a whisper, warm as a flame. There's a dawn behind the curtain. There's a dawn behind the curtain, and though no, it won't stay the same for long. Touching the floor, turning shadows behind the curtain, and for the first time all night long, the world feels full of grace and possibility. The moon slips away. Rain on the window pane tonight, drawing little rivers in the light. Every drop a story passing by, fading into silver skies. The room is warm, the world is far, nothing asking who you are, just the rhythm of the falling rain, whispering your name. Some wounds don't need explaining, some hearts just need the rain. Rain on the window pane, washing all the noise away. Not every tear is meant to stay, some are carried by the rain. And though the clouds still hide the moon, I know the morning's coming soon. For now I listen to the rain against the window pane. coffee cooling by my side, memories drifting with the tide. Not as sharp as yesterday, now outside the streets are shining gold. Quiet stories left untold, and every passing car becomes a fading song. Rain on the window pane, washing all the noise away. Not every tear is meant to stay, some are carried by the rain. And though the clouds still hide the moon, I know the morning's coming soon. For now I listen to the rain against the window pane. Maybe healing isn't loud, maybe it arrives like this somehow. One soft moment at a time, one peaceful breath, one gentle sigh. Rain on the window pane, every shadow finds its place. And though the night is deep and long, I can feel myself grow strong against the window pane. Hear the rain fall down, the window sings tonight. Soft piano and saxophone. The city's slowing down tonight. The rain has left its silver trace upon the quiet window pane. I step inside this little place and leave behind the day. A melody drifts through the air like it was waiting just for me. For the first time incomplete. No one asked me where I've been, no one asked me to be strong. There's a seat for you right here, beside the softly glowing light. Leave the weight upon your shoulders for a little while tonight. You don't have to hide your heart, you don't have to see it through. All you need is warmth and time. There's a seat for you. Coffee sends a gentle steam into the amber-colored glow. Outside the streets keep moving on, but here the moment slow. The saxophone begins to sing, the kind of song that understands how a weary soul can carry more than anyone can. Maybe everyone you see is fighting battles of their own. There's a seat for you right here, beside the softly glowing light. Leave the weight upon your shoulders for a little while tonight. You don't have to hide your heart, you don't have to see it through. All you need is warmth and time. There's a seat for you. Above this sleeping town still shine behind the clouds somehow. And though tomorrow waits ahead, you now just listen to the music play and let the silence gentle song. You don't have to run tonight, you don't have to make it through. Just breathe a little easier, there's a seat for you. Somewhere tonight we're under the same moon. The city glimmers far away, 1,000 windows shining gold. Each one holds a different story, a different heart against the cold. And though we walk our separate roads, beneath these ever-changing skies. There's something beautiful in knowing we're looking up tonight. Maybe we're closer than we know, even when we're far apart. Under the same moon tonight, somebody's dreaming way home just like you. Under the same moon tonight, the silver light shines through. And if the world feels much too wide, the moon connects us all somehow. A train rolls softly through the dark, a cafe closes down the street. Someone laughs beyond the corner, someone finally falls asleep. The night keeps holding little lives like stars scattered in the blue. And somehow that makes everything feel a little less lonely. Every light across the town belongs to someone carrying hope. Under the same moon tonight, somebody's dreaming way home just like you. Under the same moon tonight, the silver light shines through. And if the world feels much too wide, the moon connects us all somehow. Tomorrow doesn't need an answer, not tonight, not right away. Let the stars write gentle letters across the sky until the day. The night is not as empty as it sometimes seems to be. There's a quiet kind of comfort in this shared serenity. Under the same moon tonight, a million hearts beat on. A million souls are searching for a place to belong. Under the same moon tonight, the darkness feels less blue, because somewhere out there someone else is looking at it too. The night feels softer now. Somewhere beyond it lights, we're under the same moon. The city finally settled down, street lights fading one by one. I drop my keys beside the door and breathe a little slower now. The weight I carried all day long still lingers in my tired hands. But in this quiet room tonight, I don't have to understand. Maybe some days are meant to bend, maybe some nights are meant to heal. The lamp still glows beside my bed, like it knows every tear I've shed. No questions asked, no words to say, it simply stays. And for a moment I believe there's still some kindness left for me. The world can wait until the dawn. Tonight I'm home. The clock moves gently through the dark, like waves against a distant shore. No need to hurry anywhere, no need to fight it anymore. The silence wraps around my heart like an old familiar coat, and every breath reminds me that I'm still afloat. Tomorrow may arrive with rain, tomorrow may bring clouds again, but I have found a little light, enough to make it through the night. The lamp still glows beside my bed, a golden halo overhead. No grand advice, no grand design, just gentle light. And though this hard to hold, the warmth remains inside my soul. The world can wait until the dawn. Tonight I'm home. You've been running through the noise, trying to carry every storm, holding up the world alone, long after your strength was gone. Every promise, every plan, every worry in your hands. Maybe now it's time to leave a little space to simply breathe. You don't have to earn this quiet, you don't have to rest here for a while. Lay your heavy thoughts aside. The night is finish line tonight. It's okay to close your eyes. Let the world keep turning by. For this moment you are safe. Just stay. Outside the window, city lights dance softly on the rain-soaked streets. No one knows the road you've walked or how hard you've tried to keep every little piece together, every crack you tried to hide. But the moonlight doesn't judge, it simply shines. It's okay to rest here for a while. Lay your heavy thoughts aside. The night is wide, the stars are kind. There's no finish line tonight. It's okay to close your eyes. Let the world keep turning by. For this moment you are safe. Just stay. The sky won't fall if you slow down. The dawn will things you couldn't have, and all the things you couldn't fix can wait beyond the morning mist. It's okay to rest here for a while. Let the silence reconcile all the battles in your mind, one breath at a time. It's okay to close your eyes. Let tomorrow stay outside. For this moment you are safe. Just stay. Rest here a while. Stay a while. The night will hold you now. Smoke above the piano tonight, drifting through the amber light, like little thoughts that lost their way and chose to linger anyway. The bartender moves quietly, polishing ware in a velvet tune. The band is chasing, no one runs. The night unfolds, one song at a time. Smoke above the piano tonight, floating slow across my mind, carrying the weight away. Smoke above the piano tonight, turning shadows soft and light until they slowly fade into the blue. A saxophone bends one lonely note and lets it gently stay afloat. Bass replies from down below, like an old friend saying I know. Outside the city still burns bright, inside this far from here tonight. Every worry I haven't solved yet, maybe it was waiting in this tune. Smoke above the piano tonight, floating slow across my mind, carrying the weight away. Smoke above the piano tonight, turning shadows soft and light until they slowly fade into the blue. Da-ba-da. finally breathe. The sax grows quiet. Here comes the morning, nice and slow. A golden line across the curtains quietly enters the room. The shadows that stayed through the evening disappear without a sound. The coffee cup beside the window still carries traces of the night. But everything's a little different in this gentle morning light. No grand revelations, no miracles to see. Just a brand new morning, waiting patiently. The first light through the window falls softly on my face, like a friend who never left me, even through the darkest days. The first light through the window reminds me as it shines. Every night gives way to morning, one sunrise at a time. The city slowly starts awakening. A distant train begins to move. The world resumes its quiet rhythm like it always somehow knew. And all the things that felt so heavy don't seem as impossible now. The sky is painting brighter colors across the rooftops of the town. Maybe hope isn't thunder, maybe hope arrives like this. Gently out. I don't need to have it figured out. The light is enough for now to begin another day. The first light through the window turns silver skies to gold. Feels warm light through the window, says everything will be all once. But for this morning's light, the stars have gone to sleep. The sun is on the table. Good morning. The kitchen fills with gentle light, spilling through the open blinds. A quiet start to ordinary things that somehow feel just fine. The coffee brews a soft reminder that nothing needs to be loud. And in the simple little moment, I feel myself right now. No rush to be somewhere, no weight to carry on. Coffee with the sunlight dancing on the cup. A little peace inside the day that slowly lifts me up. Coffee with the sunlight, nothing more to do. Just this quiet morning space and me becoming new. The radio plays something gentle, a song I almost know. And even my reflections seem to move a little slow. The world is not so demanding, it's simply letting be. And I don't feel the need to fight it, I just let it be with me. Maybe happiness is simple when you stop to look around. Coffee with the sunlight resting in my hands, like everything is telling me it's okay to stand. Coffee with the sun us what to do. Yesterday feels like a story that helped me get here today. And I don't need to rewrite it, just let it fade away. The light is not demanding, it only wants to stay. And teach me how to listen to the calm inside the day. Coffee with the sunlight, everything feels clear. Not perfect, not forever, but soft and near. Coffee with the sunlight, and for a little while I don't need to become anything except to smile. The morning keeps on glowing, and so do I. Coffee with the sunlight. The same old street outside the glass, the same moon hanging overhead. But something in the room tonight feels gentler than it did then. The piano doesn't rush the tune. The drummer barely touches time, and somewhere in the quiet space my heart begins to unwind. Softer than yesterday, that's enough for me tonight. I don't need fireworks in the sky. Softer than yesterday, a little lighter, a little bright, like morning hiding in the night. That's enough for me tonight. I don't need fireworks in the sky. Softer than yesterday, a little lighter, a little bright, like morning hiding in the night. One more chorus, one more breath. A little softer than before, a child cans. It's okay. Slowly now. I used to think I had to hurry to fix the way I feel inside. Like every broken little moment had to be solved on time. But now I'm learning something quieter, something softer than before. That I don't need to rush the healing, I can let it restore. I'm learning to be okay again, one breath, one step at a time. Not chasing perfect answers, just letting life unwind. I'm learning to be okay again. Even when I'm not quite there, there's still a place inside of me that knows how to care. The silence doesn't feel so heavy, It feels a little like rest, and all the parts I tried to hide away don't feel like a test. They're just pieces of a story that I'm slowly learning to see, not as something to escape from, but something that's part of me. I'm learning to be okay again without needing to pretend that every single moment has to reach an end. I'm learning to be okay again, even when I don't know how. I don't have to be there yet, I'm just here now. There's no finish line for healing, no race I have to win, just quiet little moments where I let myself begin. And maybe that is everything, more than I understood, that I'm allowed to take my time and still be good. I'm learning to be okay again, not at once but slow, like doesn't rush, but gently starts to gray again. And maybe that is true, I don't have to be perfect, just be me too. A little better, a little now, learning to be okay. Some days are just like this, and that's okay. You don't have to find a reason for the way you feel today. Not every cloud up in the sky is meant to drift away. Some mornings start a little slower, some hearts take time to wake. And it doesn't mean you're broken for every step you take. There's no rule that says you must be fine all the time. It's okay to have a hard day, to let the silence stay, to move a little slower than the world expects today. It's okay to have a hard day, no need to run or hide. You're still worthy, you're still whole, even on the heavy side. The light outside keeps softly changing, but you don't have to change with it. You can sit with what you're feeling until it starts to fit. Not every moment has to shine, some just pass on through. And even in the quiet struggle, there's still you. You don't need to be okay to be enough right now. So let yourself be human here, no need to push away. The simple truth is still enough. It's just a hard day. It's okay to have a hard day and still be standing here. Just breathe. It's okay. A hard day. Blue lights dancing on the window pane, tiny diamonds falling with the rain. The city's still awake somewhere below, but in this little room the world moves slow. Coffee cooling by, our world moves slow. Steam curls softly by my side tonight. Steam curls softly in the amber light. Nothing special, nothing grand to say, yet somehow all the noise has drifted away. I spent the day running everywhere. Now there's only quiet in the air. Blue lights, warm coffee, a little jazz on the radio. No place I need to be. Blue lights, warm coffee, let the whole world hurry on. Tonight belongs to me for a while. The clock keeps turning, but I don't mind. I'm leaving all my worries behind. The melodies are floating through the room like old friends arriving too soon. And every note the piano plays feels like it knows my longest days. No need to fix what are longest days. No need to fix what I can't control. The music gently settles my soul. Maybe peace was waiting here between the silence and the year. Saxophone whispers around my heart, and every brush upon the snare. Blue lights, warm coffee, the city's fading into dreams, and I'm exactly where I need to be. Blue lights, warm coffee, nothing changed yet everything feels lighter than before. One more sip, one more song. The city lights are fading slow, like tired thoughts I used to hold. Another day has slipped away, but somehow I still found my way. The weight I carried on my back left little shadows in its tracks. Yet here I am beneath the stars, still breathing through these little scars. Maybe I don't need to be everything I couldn't reach. When the sky finally softens tonight and the noise disappears from my mind, I'll let my weary heart rest a while. No more pretending that I'm alright. Every tear, every step, every fight brought me here to this quiet light. Maybe that's enough tonight. The moon hangs gently over me like an old friend I barely see. No questions asked, no words to say, just staying close until the gray. I thought I had to run so far to prove the person that I are, but maybe healing starts instead by laying down what's in my head. Maybe I don't need to win to find some peace beneath my skin. The world can wait until the dawn. I don't have to carry on alone. For now I'll simply close my eyes and let the darkness turn to calm. When the sky finally softens tonight and the stars slowly come into sight, I'll thank myself for staying here through every lonely fear. Rain on the neon sign tonight, turning red to water for light. The city wears a softer face behind the glass inside this place. A lonely trumpet takes its turn, playing lessons hearts can learn. And every drop against the pane seems to sing along the same refrain. The world's still moving down the street, but time slows down around the beat. Rain on the neon sign, drawing little rivers through the night. Rain on the neon sign, everything will be alright, at least until the break of day. And for now, that's enough. Piano lingers on a chord, like it's searching for something more. The bass keeps walking nice and slow to places only dreamers know. A couple laughs beside the bar, someone's wishing on a falling star. And me, I'm just sitting here, letting go of what I couldn't steer. Some nights don't need a grand escape, just a song and a little space. Rain on the neon sign, drawing little rivers through the night. Rain on the neon sign, everything will be alright, at least until the break of day. And for now, that's enough, that's enough. Drifting through the rain, rain on the neon sign, shimmering beneath the midnight sky, like a memory glowing bright. Rain on the neon sign, leave my worries with the night, and watch them fade into the light. Slowly, the rain keeps falling, the bass keeps walking. Same little corner every Friday night, same amber glow, same gentle light. The bartender smiles and nods hello, like he already knows. The room is humming soft and low. A familiar tune begins to flow, a familiar tune begins to flow. And somehow when the piano starts, it finds the map of my heart before I say a single word. It sings the things I never could. The piano knows my name tonight, knows where I've been, knows what I hide. Every chord falls right on time. Oh, the piano knows my name tonight, turns all my shadows into light. One blue note at a time, and I don't feel alone. A saxophone leans into the air, like an old friend pulling up a chair. The bass keeps walking patiently beside the melody. The world outside can spin too fast, but in this room nothing has to last. Just one more chorus drifting by beneath the midnight sky. Some songs don't need a reason why, they simply stay by your side. The piano knows my name tonight, and the piano says goodnight. The chairs are slowly turning upside down. The crowd has almost left this side of town. A few soft voices linger near the bar, like fading traces of who we are. The clock says I should call it a night, but the piano's playing just right. And every note is asking me to stay a little longer than I planned today. Some nights are too beautiful to leave, too gentle to rush through. One more song before closing time, one more melody to ease my mind, one more chorus floating through the blue. One more song before closing time, the city's waiting outside, but for now I'm staying here with you. Just one more tune. The bass keeps walking through the room like midnight wearing polished shoes. The drummer paints with wire brushes slow, like snowfall only dreamers know. A saxophone sighs somewhere in the dark, leaving little echoes on my heart. And every phrase it softly bends feels like a conversation with an old friend. Nothing important left to prove, only music left to lose. Da-ba-da. One more chance to leave the day behind, one more moment where the world stands still, one more song before closing time. I think I'll finally be alright until tomorrow night. The lights grow dim, the band packs up, one last piano chord hangs in the air, and the night says, see you again. The club is closing down behind me. Its neon glow grows small and thin, but I can still hear fragments of a melody dancing softly on the wind. The pavement shines from evening rain, street lamps paint the road in gold, and every step feels lighter now than it did a few hours ago. Funny how a simple song can carry you this far. Under the street lamp swing tonight, everything feels warm and bright. Even the shadows seem to smile. Under the street lamp swing tonight, the city's humming low and light, and I don't mind walking for a while, just me and the rhythm. A taxi rolls past lazily, the driver tapping to the beat. Somewhere a distant radio is playing something soft and sweet. The moon hangs over rooftop lines like a lantern in the sky, and for the first time all week long, I let the busy thoughts drift by. Maybe peace is nothing more than moments we don't rush through. Under the street lamp swing tonight, everything feels warm and bright. Even the shadows seem to smile. Under the street lamp swing tonight, the city's humming low and light, and I don't mind walking for a while, just me and the rhythm. Warm ninth chords drifting through the night. Under the street lamp swing tonight, the stars are hiding out of sight, but somehow I can feel them there. Under the street lamp swing tonight, I carry home a little light from every song that filled the air, and that's enough for me. The band is gone, the music remains swinging softly in my footsteps. The city sleeps in shades of blue, 1,000 stories drifting through, curtains drawn and lights turned low. A window glows on the 5th floor, and somewhere down another street, a lonely radio keeps the beat. Maybe we're all a little awake tonight, holding on to our own small light. The city sleeps in blue tonight, underneath the moonlit sky. And though the streets are nearly still, I don't feel alone tonight. Somewhere beyond these fading lights, another heart is waking still, keeping time with mine. The traffic's gone, the noise has thinned, only the whisper of the wind, the echoes of the jazz bar's tune, still floating underneath the moon, don't seem as heavy in this song, like every note has gently shown. No one really walks alone, knowing somebody else is there. The city sleeps in blue tonight, underneath the moonlit sky. And though the streets are nearly still, I don't feel alone tonight. Somewhere beyond these fading lights, another heart is waking still, keeping time with mine. Flugelhorn solo, ba-da, da-da, soft and warm like midnight rain, piano solo. The city sleeps in blue tonight, but not every light has said goodbye. Not every story's reached the end, unmarked stories blue tonight. And somehow everything feels right, like the night itself became a friend, walking home beside me. A distant saxophone, a fading street lights, and so do I. The night's been turning pages slow, through every song I've come to know. The empty glasses, fading smoke, the quiet words nobody spoke. The city rests beyond the door, the band won't play much anymore, but something lingers in the air, like a promise waiting there. The stars are dimming one by one, making room for morning. When the first light finds the window and paints the room in shades of gold, I'll carry every gentle's road when the first light finds the window, and keep a little piece of this night close to my soul. The piano whispers one last tune, the saxophone bows to the moon, the bass walks softly toward the end, like saying goodbye to an old friend. No grand finale, no big surprise, just morning gathering in the sky. And somehow that feels beautiful, like everything is possible. Not because the world has changed, but because I've changed a little. When the first light finds the window and paints the room in shades of gold, I'll carry every gentle's road. When the first light finds the window, I'll leave the darkness where it goes and keep a little piece of this night close to my soul. When the first light finds the window, I won't be the same as before. When the first light finds the window, and greet the day without fear, just gratitude, the brushes fall silent. There's a little place on 7th Street, hidden where the neon meets the rain. A quiet room of amber light where nobody asks your name. I take the corner booth again, the one beside the old piano. The bartender just smiles at me like we've both seen the show before. The world keeps spinning outside the door, but I don't have to chase it anymore. In the corner booth tonight, everything feels lighter somehow. A soft saxophone and a glass of time, a crown. In the corner booth tonight, the city's fading into sound, and every worry settles down one note at a time. The piano paints in shades of blue, the bass keeps walking through the room, brushes dancing on the snare like moonlight floating through perfume. Nobody's trying to be anywhere, nobody's trying to be more. For a couple songs we're all just hearts looking for a softer shore. Maybe peace is not a place you find, maybe it's a rhythm and a rhyme. In the corner booth tonight, everything feels lighter somehow. A soft saxophone and a glass of time, a crown. In the corner booth tonight, the city's fading into sound, and every worry settles down one note at a time, one note at a time. Da-ba-da. Touch of midnight swing. In the corner booth tonight, I leave the day a few seats away and let the music stay a while. In the corner booth tonight, I finally hear my own heartbeat, keeping time with the band. And for the first time today, I smile. The ice melts slowly. on every rooftop in the town. The daylight folds its weary wings and leaves the night to softer things. The piano pours another chord across the pollen through the air, finding every worry there. The rush of the day is fading away with every note they play. Velvet evening, hold me close, wrap the city in your glow. Let the busy hours disappear. Velvet evening, sweet and slow, like an old familiar song. I've been needing all year long, stay a little while. A flugelhorn leans into the blue, telling stories old and true about hearts that lost their way and still found peace at end of day. The bass keeps walking patiently, a steady kind of company in every brushstroke on the snare. Feels like kindness in the air, nothing left to chase tonight, only shadows turning light. Velvet evening, hold me close, wrap the city in your glow. Let the busy hours disappear. Velvet evening, sweet and slow, like an old familiar song. I've been needing all year long, stay a little while. So low, but major sevenths, soft midnight colors. Velvet evening, stay with me until the stars dissolve the street and the world forgets to hurry. Velvet evening, sweet and slow, every note a gentle home for the tired parts of me. The candles flicker. The sky is changing. Just a little. The moon is fading from the skyline. The stars are slowly saying goodbye. A pale blue color finds the darkness and stretches softly through the night. The city's still asleep beneath it, street lights glowing one by one, holding on to their last moments before the morning comes. The world feels lighter now than it did a few hours ago. Before the morning comes, before the night is gone, there's something beautiful about the way we carry on. The sky doesn't rush the sunrise, so a river doesn't force the tide. Maybe watch the colors change outside. The window holds a new reflection, not quite the same one from before. The worries that arrive this evening don't fit the way they did before. Maybe nothing really changed tonight. Maybe I just learned to see how even in the quiet darkness there's room to breathe. The horizon whispers softly, the way we carry on. The sky doesn't rush the sunrise, the river doesn't force the tide. So I'll stay here for a moment more before the morning comes. Before the morning comes, before the stars all fade away. I wanna thank this quiet night for helping me find my way. The sky doesn't rush the sunrise, and maybe I don't need all the answers to understand before the morning comes. The blue is turning gold, a new day unfolds. The bass begins its patient walk, like it has nowhere else to be. Step by step across the room, keeping quiet company. I brought 1,000 worries here, folded neatly in my coat. But every measure that goes by makes one liana's ewer hold, makes one less thing I need to hold. There's a weight beneath the bassline, fading with each passing bar, the things I couldn't carry anymore. There's a weight beneath the bassline, sinking softly through the floor, while the music keeps the rest of me afloat. The same old street outside the glass, the same moon hanging overhead, but something in the room tonight feels gentler than it did then. The piano doesn't rush the tune, the drummer barely touches time, and somewhere in the quiet space my heart begins to unwind. Softer than yesterday, that's enough for me tonight. I don't need fireworks in the sky. Softer than yesterday, a little lighter, a little bright, like morning hiding in the night. Some burdens leave without goodbye, they simply loosen with the groove. Healing never learned to shout, it whispers through a melody. The bass keeps walking, and I let it carry what I can. One more chorus, one more breath, a little softer than before. There were nights I wore my sadness like a jacket in the rain, certain it would stay forever, certain nothing else would change. Then a sapphire whisper bent toward the edge of midnight air, and somehow all that loneliness found somebody waiting there. Blue notes never broke me, they held me when I couldn't stand, turned every crack into a melody. Blue notes never broke me, they taught my heart to understand. Not every ache is an enemy, sometimes it becomes a song. piano paints in darker shades, but never leaves me in the dark. Every minor seventh whispers, you're stronger than you think you are. The bass keeps moving underneath, like tomorrow on its way. And every chorus brings a little more light than the one before it gave. Blue notes never broke me. They held me when I couldn't stand, turned every crack into a melody. Blue notes never broke me. They taught my heart to understand. Not every ache is an enemy. Sometimes it becomes a song. Da-ba-da, da-ba-da. Blue note hanging in the air, soft minor nymphs, turning slowly toward dawn. Blue notes never broke me. They carried me across the night. And the night feels kinder now. Gasse Strubberishaw. You don't have to say a word. I'm still here. Some days just feel a little heavier, like even breathing takes some time. And everything you try to carry feels like it's crossing a line. But you don't have to hold it tighter. You don't have to figure it out. Just let yourself be where you are now. That's what this is about. No expectations, no need to be strong. No need to be strong. Through every quiet thought you hide, you don't have to walk alone, not even for a while. I'm still here with you, it's true. Even when the world feels too blue, just breathe a little slower now. I'm still here with you. The night doesn't ask for answers. The night doesn't ask for answers. It only asks you to rest. And even if you don't feel ready, you're doing your best. There's a space between the silence where nothing has to be fixed. And in that space I hope you notice you still exist. You don't need to earn this moment. You're allowed to simply stay. Even when the road feels long, even when your heart is tired and nothing feels quite strong, I'm still here with you, it's true. Like a quiet, steady light. You don't have to do this alone, not tonight. If all you do today is breathe, that will still be enough. Let the world move on outside while you take your, I'm still by your side. Still here. Just breathe. I'm still here. The room grows quiet for a while as the band lets the moment breathe. A candle flickers near the stage. like it's listening with me. The city hums beyond the walls, but far away and soft tonight. And in the space between our chords, you've been carrying more than you say. I can hear it in the way you stay. You've come this far, darling, further than you know. Through every rainy avenue and every winding road. You've come this far, darling, take a little rest tonight. The world can wait until the morning. You'll be alright. The piano paints a gentle blue. The bass keeps time beneath the tune. The drummer brushes silver lines. Across the edges begins to sing. The kind of song old hearts believe. The kind that doesn't fix a thing, yet somehow helps you breathe. You don't have to prove a thing to deserve this melody. You've come this far, darling, further than you know. Through every rainy avenue and every winding road. You've come this far, darling, take a little rest tonight. The world can wait until the morning. You'll be alright. Soft as kindness, warm major sevenths, gentle midnight swing. You've come this far, darling, look how brightly your heart glows. Even after all this far, darling, stay a while and hear the song. The night's been cheering for you all along. The saxophone fades, the candle burns low. The band is playing softer now. The night has nearly taken its bow. Empty glasses catch the light of a brand new morning outside. The city stretches in its sleep, golden colors down the stage. A little sunshine turns the page. Nobody asked it to arrive. Still, it came right on time. The sun found the jazz club today. Slipped through the doorway anyway, dancing on the piano keys. The sun found the jazz club today, turning every shade of gray into something warm and easy, like a melody. The bass still walks its gentle line. The drummer brushes one last time. The saxophone begins to smile in its own familiar style. The room looks different in the glow, but because the light revealed the beauty hidden in it all. Maybe hope is just a beam falling where you least expect. The sun found the jazz club today, slipped through the doorway anyway, dancing on the piano keys. The sun found the jazz club today, turning every shade of gray into something warm and easy, like a melody. Da-ba-da. and every note that used to ache. The sun found the jazz club today, and though the night's now gone away, its music stays a little more inside of me. The last brush on the snare, the final bass note, sunlight on the piano, and a quiet smile to begin the day. The city's waking up below, while sunlight spills across the floor. The night's now just a photograph. A record spins its final tune. The room still hums in shades of blue, and on the table by the glass, a cup of coffee slowly lasts day, long after it has gone away. Like the cup that stayed warm after the music was gone. There's a little bit of midnight still holding on, like the cup that stayed warm after the break of dawn. A note I carried home still sings along. The saxophone is gone from sight, but echoes linger in the light. The piano's chords are hiding now. I thought the magic lived inside the smoky room, the neon signs, but maybe it was always here. Maybe songs don't really end, they simply change their shape again. Like the cup that stayed warm after the music was gone. There's a little bit of midnight still holding on, like the cup that stayed warm after the break of dawn. A note I carried home still sings along, but major 7th and 9th chords, major 7th and 9th chords, sunlight across the keys. Like the cup that stayed warm after the music was gone. There's a little piece of that night living on, like the cup that stayed warm after the break of dawn. Becomes a part of me and carries me on. The coffee grows cold, the morning grows bright, but the jazz remains. Kirmi Kasim Sori, Maini song. Soft piano and brush drums. It's alright. Stay a while when the world feels too loud again, and every voice pulls at your heart when the day won't seem to settle down, and everything falls apart. Take a chair beside the window, watch the evening drift on by. You don't have to carry every storm across the sky. The night isn't asking anything, it only wants you here. When the world feels too loud, you can let it traffic in the rain at the end of the day. When the world feels too loud, you don't have to make a sound. Just breathe with the music a while and let your heart slow down. The city lights are flickering softly like stars beneath the clouds, and every note from the piano makes the darkness less profound. Maybe peace is not a destination, maybe it's a place to stay. for a few forgiving moments at the end of the day. No need to find the perfect words, no need to explain. When the world feels too loud, like distant traffic in the rain at the end of the day. When the world feels too loud, you don't have to make a sound. Just breathe with the music a while and let your heart slow down. Tenor saxophone solo, 16 bars, warm and melodic. Tonight belongs to choir guide, like a river finding its way home. The moonlight on the empty street, the rhythm of a gentle tune. Tomorrow will arrive, adventure run. The stars are still above you now, and morning will come. Slow down. When the world feels too loud again and every voice pulls at your heart, when the day won't seem to settle down and everything falls apart, take a chair beside the window, watch the eve dawn by. You don't have to carry every storm across the sky. The night isn't asking anything, it only wants you here. When the world feels too loud, you can let it fade away, like distant traffic in the rain at the end of the day. When the world feels too loud, you don't have to make a sound. Just breathe with the music a while and let your heart slow down. The city lights are flickering softly, like stars beneath the clouds, and every note from the piano makes the darkness less profound. Maybe peace is not a destination, for a few forgiving moments at the end of the day. At the end of the day, no need to find the perfect words, no need to explain. When the world feels too loud, you can let it fade away, like distant traffic in the rain at the end of the day. When the world feels too loud, you don't have to make a sound. Just breathe with the music a while and let your heart slow down. Tomorrow will arrive eventually, but it can wait outside the door. Tonight belongs to quiet moments, the moonlight on the empty street, the rhythm of a gentle tune, the comfort of a slowing heart beneath the moon. When the world feels too loud, let the silence be your guide, like a river finding its way home through the night. When the world feels too loud, remember you don't have to run. The stars are still above you now, and morning will come. Slow down, you're all right. When the world feels too loud. The sun found the jazz club today, slipped through the doorway anyway. Dancing on the piano keys. The sun found the jazz club today. today, turning every shade of gray into something warm and easy like a melody. The bass still walks its gentle line, the drummer brushes one last time. The saxophone begins to smile in its own familiar style. The room looks different in the glow, not because it changed at all, but because the light revealed the beauty hidden in it all. You've come this far, darling, further than you know, through every rainy avenue and every winding road. You've come this far, darling, take a little rest tonight. The world can wait until the morning, you'll be alright. Like the cup that stayed warm after the music was gone, there's a little bit of midnight still holding on. Like the cup that stayed warm after the break of dawn, every note I carried home, every note have to make a sound. Just breathe with the muse sings along. When the world feels too loud, you can let it fade away and paints the room in shades of gold. I'll carry it tomorrow's road. When the first light finds the window, I'll open up the door and greet the day without fear, just gratitude. The morning grows bright, soft hum. When the world feels too loud again and every voice pulls at your heart, when the day won't seem to settle down and everything falls apart, take a chair beside the window, watch the evening drift on by. You don't have to carry every storm across the sky. The night isn't asking anything, it only wants you here. When the world feels too loud, you can let it fade away like distant traffic in the rain. At the end of the day, when the world feels too loud, you don't have to make a sound, just breathe with the music a while and let your heart slow down. The city lights are flickering softly like stars beneath the clouds, and every note from the piano makes the darkness less profound. Maybe peace is not a destination, maybe it's a place to station, maybe it's a place to stay for a few forgiving moments at the end of the day. No need to find the perfect words, no need to explain. When the world feels too loud, you can let it fade away like distant traffic in the rain. At the end of the day, when the world feels too loud, you don't have to make a sound, just breathe with the music a while and let your heart slow down. When the world feels too loud, let the silence the silence be your guide, like a river finding its way home through the night. When the world feels too loud, remember you don't have to run. The stars are still above you now, and morning will come. You're alright when the world feels too loud. One last cup of coffee, one last song. There's a little table by the window where the city lights drift by. The rain has turned the streets to mirrors, holding pieces of the sky. The band is playing something gentle, the kind that settles in your soul, and every note feels like a story that somehow makes you whole. The night is getting older, but nobody seems to care. At the last table by the window, the world feels far away. The worries that I carried here don't seem inclined to stay. At the last table by the window, the music lingers slow, and every passing melody feels like coming home. The saxophone begins a conversation with the piano's velvet tone. The drummer paints in brushed reflections while the bass keeps moving on. A stranger smiles across the room as if we've met before. Maybe every lonely traveler finds what they're looking for. No explanations needed, no reasons left to find. At the last table by the window, the moonlight fills the glass, and all the little heartaches feel lighter as they pass. At the last table by the window, the night moves soft and low, and every passing melody feels like coming home. The stars keep wanna go. At the last table by the window, I finally understand. Sometimes all we really need is a song and a helping hand. The night's almost over, but not quite yet. The last table by the window, cares of each, you know, peace. Nice today. A little breeze, sunlight on the floor, the kind of morning that reminds you what slowing down is for. The city hasn't fully woken. The streets still whisper soft and low, and all the things that seemed important can wait a while, you know. No need to hurry, no need to chase. A breeze through the curtain, a song upon the air, the kind of day that finds you gently before you know it's there. A breeze through the curtain, a soft and easy tune, like the world is learning how to smile a little sooner than noon. The coffee cools beside the window, the radio plays something sweet. A melody floats through the silence and settles at my feet. The sky is painted light blue colors. The clouds drift slowly by, and for a moment everything feels right beneath this open sky. Nothing complicated, nothing to prove. A breeze through the curtain, a song upon the air. The kind of day that finds you gently before you know it's there. A breeze through the curtain, a soft and easy tune, like the world is learning how to smile a little sooner than noon. Nylon guitar solo followed by tenor saxophone, 24 bars. Maybe joy is something simple, a little sunlight on your skin, like the world is saying softly, the breeze keeps dancing, but the day begins. Morning drifted through the window and settled on the wooden floor. The things I thought I had to carry don't seem so heavy anymore. The sky is writing little stories across the blue above the trees, and every cloud keeps moving onward with such effortless ease. Maybe not every question needs an answer right away. This was the day we let go of all the things we couldn't hold, like leaves floating down a river, like sunlight turning gold. This was the day we let go. This was the day we let go. This was the day we let go and let the moment lead, finding out that what we needed was less than we believed. A bicycle rolls down the avenue, someone's laughing down the street. The city's playing softer music, hidden underneath the beat. I sip my coffee by the window and watch the afternoon unfold. There's something lovely in surrender to things beyond control. The world keeps turning gently, whether we worry or not. This was the day we let go of all the things we couldn't hold, like leaves floating down a river, like sunlight turning gold. This was the day we let go. This was the day we let go. This was the day we let go and let the moment lead, finding out that what we needed was less than we believed. Moves through the open curtains like it knows exactly where to go than we'd ever been before. This was the day we let go and finally could see the peace we'd been searching for was already here with me. Bada, this was the day we let go. The breeze keeps moving, bada, the sun hangs low. This was the day we let go. Rain dance castle now. Between the sunshine, butter, and the rain. The clouds are drifting slowly westward. The sunlight follows close behind. like two old friends who've learned to travel without leaving one behind. The streets still shine from yesterday's weather, the trees still dance in the breeze, and every little passing moment feels easier to believe. Maybe life was never meant to be only one thing, somewhere between sunlight and rain, between the laughter and the pain. There's a place where weary hearts can stay and learn to love the day, somewhere between sunlight and rain. The sky begins to change again, and every color finds its way between sunlight and rain. A cafe door swings open softly, a melody spills into the street. Someone hums along without noticing the rhythm beneath their feet. The world isn't perfect this morning, but somehow that's alright. The beauty lives inside the balance of shadow and of light. Not every storm is sorrow, not every blue is gray. Somewhere between sunlight and rain, between the memory and change, there's a quiet kind of hope that stays long after yesterday. Somewhere between sunlight and rain, the sky begins to sing again, and every color finds its way between sunlight and rain. Flowers need a little rainfall, the rivers need the mountain snow. The world feels warm again, and every road keeps leading on through sunlight and through rain. But somewhere between sunlight and rain, the clouds keep moving, the light remains. Somewhere between sunlight and rain.
The city slowly opens its eyes, golden light across the street. The echoes of the night are fading, but somehow still feel sweet, but somehow still feel sweet. Every song that kept me company, every quiet word unsaid, still lingers like the sunlight resting softly overhead. The road ahead is waiting, but there's no need to rush. And the morning stayed a while, like it had nowhere else to be, filling every corner of the room with gentle possibility. And the morning stayed a while, long enough for me to see the light I searched for all this time was already inside of me. The coffee cup beside the window, the chair where I spent half the night, the rain, the stars, the quiet music all disappear into the light. But every note becomes a memory, every memory becomes a song, and every song becomes a friend that stays when comes a friend, that stays when nights are long. Nothing lasts for long, nothing lasts forever, but some warmth remains. And the morning stayed a while, like a hand upon my shoulder. The rain still sings against the wave. The world is a little softer, and the moment never passed. And though the night has reached its ending, its kindness never fades away, because every song it gave to me is here with me today. Long enough to change my heart, not with grand and shining answers, not turd shining answers, just a quiet place to start. And the morning stayed a while as the sky turned bright and blue, leaving one last gentle reminder you made it through. The sun is rising, a brand new day, and the morning stayed for you, Sorgak Sane.